Speech has started a while ago, but not many people know what happens in speech.
So Mondays we do a team practice where based on the last meet that we were at that Saturday, we look at the general critiques.
So we just kind of gather together. The last practice, we kind of debriefed what happened at our last tournament, and we'll talk about like character pops or like things to add to your performances.
Speech isn't like other activities. A lot goes into preparing to give a good speech.
Um, well, we arrive at the location, we'll pick a spot for our team to kind of gather in, and then the most common way to like really prepare for a speech tournament is you kind of just find a wall and start talking to it. At practices, we have one-on-ones with our coach, so we'll just gather together. We'll discuss what we need to do with our personal piece.
The biggest thing that I do is I like to run through my speech the night before.
Speech is vastly different from many other activities, except for the team environment aspect.
Fun. It's a small team, so there's a lot of inside jokes that start very naturally.
So during our team practices, we do a lot of watching each other and critiquing of each other's pieces so that what one person is learning can be applied and helpful for others as well. And so I think that's actually built a lot of camaraderie on the team.
We all get along really well. Everything we do together is really fun.
Speech is a relatively new activity to come to Spectrum, and it gave people an opportunity to experience it for the first time.
I've always been good at public speaking, but I really enjoy the team environment. My dad pushed me to do it. He was in speech when he was in high school, and uh, I've had an idea for a speech, and I'm really happy that we were able to get a team going.
I joined speech I wanted to experience something new.
Speeches are determined through many different aspects of the person's interest and skill.
Well, we're all put into our own categories. Some categories you have to write your own speech, others you interpret another person's work.
So mine's kind of based on the past year of my life. So originally it was going to be just about the hospital and some of the adventures with that, but it's kind of just melded and molded around. And
So we did auditions at the beginning of the season to get a sense of what types of categories would best fit. Some of it was in conversation with the students. They told me if they wanted to write something or do something that someone else had created.
Coaching speech is different from coaching a sport.
But speech is something that allows each individual to really hone their particular piece. So there's a level of detail that each participant has to go into to be successful. So there are a lot of general skills that we can apply to all of the categories. And so we work on those with the whole team. Things like eye contact, things like posture, hand gestures. Those are things that are just universal across all of the categories. And then we work individually with each competitor on their particular piece.
Speech auditions determine what you're good at and what you need to work on.
Sure. So at the auditions, we basically did read-throughs in front of the entire group of different types of material. So we read some very serious material, and then I asked people to do it different ways.
This has been Bryce and Teddy, Noise News.